Welcome to the Happy Trails Ranch. Behind me is 3 acres of untouched land where I will be building my very own slopestyle mountain bike facility, along with an airbag, a few doubles, and a full dirt jump line. And I think the best part is the GTR can actually access this piece of land, but just look at the amount of room and area that we will have to build my very own training facility. Now, just yesterday, I brought the machine out to do a quick test on the soil, and as you can see, this is clay and red dirt. This is going to be absolutely perfect for building jumps. If you've built your own jumps before and dealt with red dirt, you know it is perfect for building jumps. Giving you an idea of the layout, you can see there's a nice opening here, and we're going to be putting in a nice 15 to 20 foot roll in, which is then leading down this gradual slope. Down the center here, we'll be building the main booters. To the right, I'm going to have a fully custom hips and jump line, which will then lead to the back, and hopefully have a quarter pipe back there somewhere. Over to the left here, I've actually ordered a large airbag, so we'll be able to practice and really get comfortable on the bike and to throw these big tricks that we haven't done for years, and even get Rachel on the bike, hopefully jumping and improving your skills. If you're not sure what I meant by slopestyle, this is a perfect representation of a slopestyle bike. You get 4 inches of travel up front, and you get 4 inches of travel in the rear, and it's very, very stiff. You may know what dirt jumps are and what dirt jump bikes look like. They don't have the rear shock. The whole reason for the rear shock is slopestyle jumps tend to be quite a bit larger, and you just need that little bit of comfort when you're landing on massive jumps, a little bit extra cushion. So this is my fully custom Trek Ticket S. It is candy red with gold lettering. We have the Tidal stem, race face handlebars, Tidal gyro, DJ Pike fork, Fox float rear shock, Spank spoon pedals, Spank spoon wheels, race face bottom bracket and cranks, along with the chain ring and seat post. And I found this cool DMR anniversary seat, which suited the color scheme perfectly. The way that I mount my bikes to my car is with the Seasucker Talon roof rack. As you can see, these things are stiff. That bike will never fall off the car. So we moved to Vancouver Island, and we're on a 7-acre property with about 3 acres in the corner of the property, which I can build whatever I want, and to be able to have my own fun on the property and just never have to leave this place. And we even got our own garage. So this is my little mini Bobcat, which I'll be building all the jumps with. So let's get her warmed up and get her out to the jumps. Now I've got the machine out. I think the next thing to do here is to kind of lay out where I'm gonna want the landings, because we're gonna build wood kickers for the big set. I believe the dirt jumps, we will probably just do dirt lips. If not, then we will do a smaller kicker, but we will probably do 8-foot kickers for the big set and then 6-foot kickers for the smaller set. So my job right now is just to scrape all of this topsoil and dirt and kind of pile it up where I want to have it. So we're gonna get into a time lapse so that you can quickly see this place transform. Didn't go as planned. The machine has a small hydraulic leak. Rachel actually just picked it up, but she went to the gym, so now I'm going to the gym where Rachel is to pick up the hydraulic fluid. All right, got the goods. Probably not the right stuff, but it's gonna have to do for now until I get this leak repaired. Got the roll in that's gonna be up here, and then this is just gonna be the right line, which will be a nice kind of a little smooth jump, and then it'll go into big dirt jumps. So this is just kind of like the test jump to make sure you got the right speed for what's to come. It is a decent gap. It's about a 15-foot gap. It'll probably be all closer to the 20-foot mark once we have the landing in. But I'm going to top up the hydraulic oil, and then I'm going to continue scraping this up. Back to the time lapse. didn't take long for me to redo everything you just saw. I had a complete change of heart and change of plans. What originally was going to be the first lip for the jump line on the right, I've now turned into a landing, which will be a rider's right hip. I then went ahead and put in the first speeder jump for the big doubles that we're gonna build. So you can see we have about roughly a 20-foot gap. It would be cool to put the GTR in this. Got a couple ideas with the new Sea Sucker monkey bar roof rack that I have. Should be able to mount a platform on top of the car and do a couple little jibs. But went ahead and got that in place. Obviously needs a lot more dirt. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of shovel work to make this look nice, because right now from the side, it just looks like a random pile of dirt. And I don't know exactly how much detail shows up on camera with the shape of everything. Coming up the landing here, I'll be fluffing all this up to the top right and then making a nice cut down the side. But this will be the landing for the first hip to the right, which will then lead into a nice long gradual berm, which is then turning into a shark fin, which will then lead into another trick jump, possibly with a 7-foot kicker. Once I have the piles of dirt in place, then I'll know how big to build everything. And the problem I'm having right now is not digging down. So if I dig down more than about a foot in this area, it turns into just clay and water really quick, and I want to stay away from that. I want to make sure that all the dirt that I'm using is that nice red tacky dirt, because once you mix in the clay, as soon as it gets wet, it just turns into a big slip and slide, and I don't want that. So out of the shark fin, nice big trick jump right here, which will then lead into the rider's right berm, and then another jump probably right about at that tree there. Then after that, I'm hoping to put in a quarter pipe, and then depending on how much work I want to do, maybe even put a little pump track to get all the way back up to the top. So a lot of work is to come, but so far this is the beginning, and this is the first update of what's happening here at the farm. But building this first landing was a absolute struggle, because I had to keep moving dirt from one place to another and then be able to get that dirt onto the landing itself. I couldn't just sit in one spot and dig up all the dirt that I needed. There was a lot of relocating that needed to happen, and with this tiny machine it definitely wasn't easy, but eventually got it done in the end. I just have to factor in that when I want to build a big landing like this, it's going to take more time than I initially thought, but it's still better than digging this all by hand with a shovel. So the airbag is fully paid for, and it's going to be shipped any day now, so that is going to be such a sweet addition to be able to put here, because I really want to bring out the big bikes and learn how to do tricks. Because now I'm older, it's a little bit more scary to retry all these tricks straight to dirt. So to be able to have this in my backyard is going to just absolutely escalate my riding ability. But that will be going right here. I've got to clean all of this out, probably burn a bunch of this stuff, and then we'll have the runway ready for the big airbag. So I'm super happy with the progress I have already, and excited to share with you guys what's to come. On that note, remember to keep smiling. Until we meet again, happy trails.